Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. So, just doing a quick show. Let me monitor because, I should always monitor. So, yeah, so this is going to be a quick one. I am feverishly working on, I'm super excited about working on this um, hummingbird. It's like almost there. I mean, obviously, not quite there yet, but I have high hopes. High hopes. I am partaking in libation. A little bit further out. That looks pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Well, anyway, so yeah, so I am in the process of finishing this fantastic hummingbird, and so yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I know I was going to be working, and I will be working on Vicky's. Hey, Nadine, welcome in, fellow insomniac. So I'm just going quickly. Um, oh, so I don't know. Oh, you weren't in my live, so I was working on this hummingbird. I had a wing and the body. Now I finished the other wing. It took me forever, but I finished it, and then I added the little hanging thingies. Yeah, hey Vicky, did you hear what I just said? I haven't not finished your. I haven't finished your stem yet, but it's because I got super involved with the hummingbird. I don't know if you recall from the earlier show. I just had the one wing. I finished the other wing, and I put the hanging part. Now I just need to add like a thing to hang it up, and so that's kind of what I was working on. I'm trying to finish it so I can say I finished something today. Um, for the for the show and stuff. But I wanted to run. Oh, thank you. Yes, I think I finally cracked the hummingbird, and once I have, because basically I go through many drawings, and I think this is the key. Um, you may take a screenshot if you like. Hey, catfish. Um, yeah. So this is the key to the wing of the hummingbird, and the body is this one. And then from following this, you can put any color you want, and it should work. Okay, I'm thinking it will, but no, and I will finish it. Yeah, I just like I said, I've been super excited because I was able to finish the turtle. Where's the turtle? Well, almost finished the turtle, and I thought, dude, if I can do the turtle, and I really wanted to do a hummingbird, I figured I can definitely do the hummingbird. I don't know if you saw the picture. I want to say that I had the picture of my first try at a pumpkin. It collapsed on me, and it was because I wasn't using this type of the wire or thread, and then also I'm actually stuffing them with rice, a little bit of rice in there. Um, anyways, yeah. So, but I'm doing a quick. Hello, everybody. It seems like there's lots of people. So I just wanted to do a quick live to, hey, Crazy Cache. There's all these people. My goodness. I appreciate y'all. So, yeah, so I wanted to do a quick show to just run. Amy bid on a piece that I didn't get a chance to run during the live earlier today. So I wanted to do that for her. And so I'm going to go ahead and run it right now. Move it to stage. Now, of course, y'all can feel free to pre-bid on anything you like if you want to. You know you want to. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so it's running right now. Amy's a fantastic, fantastic person. She was the only person that okay, so when Jocelyn said, "Hey, we're gonna be selling snacks," and I was like, "Dude, I live so close to the Mexican border. I'm gonna have like tons of my snacks. It's gonna be international. Everybody's gonna want them," and nobody bought them except for Miss Amy. Amy bought two, and I thank her so much for them because at least I can say that I sold snacks. But so, anyways, Amy's fantastic, and I really appreciate her. And yeah, so that's really what I wanted to do. If let me see, I don't know what else I loaded in here, but yeah. So I mean, I guess you guys can watch me if you want. It's okay. I want to finish the hummingbird, and then I'll get started on the stem of green leaves uh for Vicky. So, anyways, I'm almost done. I just need to finish this part. So, let me see. It's out of the. Let me push stuff out of the way. I always have a million and one things going on. Anyway, so okay, so with the hummingbird, so I wanted to add on the top, on the very tippy top, some uh, some beads that are both uh, so we're going to let me see if I can actually. What, Chrissy Cashier? You bought something for me? Oh, thank you so much. It's the adjustable. Oh, it's this one. Is it up here? What color is it? Let me take a look. I have two. They're very similar. I want to say it's this one. Yeah. Or is it this one? Oh my goodness. Okay, it's one of these two. And I used the weaving, the beading loom. So ignore this. I'm a Packers fan, so I'm getting ready for the new season. So this is gonna be my bracelet. Anyways, yeah. So I use the loom to make them. This, if you don't know about this, definitely um, encourage people to buy these because you can make really thick bracelets like this one. Like so, it's like, and look at how intricate your designs can be. Oh, it's fantastic! Yeah, this is like a game changer for me. And then you can also make these lovely, lovely patterns. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I'll send you a special little gift for you. It is. Oh, you can't even imagine. Well, okay. So I like making these other kinds of bracelets too. And these are by, these ones are the peyote stitch. Earlier today, I showed folks how to do the brick stitch. And with the brick stitch, we're able to make patterns like this, like to make the wing, really the body, like the whole body, everything was made using brick stitch for the hummingbird. So for figurines, the brick stitch is the best. But then you can also make really fantastic uh, little flowers like this with the peyote stitch. And yeah, and like look at this. Ah, like I made a bunch of friendship bracelets for the Eras tour, but I didn't know how to do this. So some mines were super simple and stuff. But had I known how to make this, oh, I feel like I would have been like the most popular girl. But yeah, so now I'm learning, and I want everybody to know. So the next step, once I master the all the figurines and stuff. My next challenge is to do huichol, uh, where you use beads to make more intricate items and bigger. And so my goal is to utilize or to put or cover this whole jar with beads in different colors, different patterns, and trying to achieve different textures and stuff like that. So that should be really fun. Um, Really, it's just trying to find something to do. You know how it is. It will be awesome, Nadine. Yeah, and so I had so this my friend Diane, who's actually a potter. I mean, she's like famous. She's fantastic. She is super generous with her time and her stuff and her knowledge. And so she helped me when I was just starting to make a couple pieces. She has some molds to make like fishes. I made fishes that I still have to decorate. A number of other stuff, but then she also helped me make different pots. And this is my last one that was blank. The other ones I had decorated, and one of them, when I put it into the bisque fire, it cracked a tiny bit on the very top. So then I used that one to make a piñata. But anyways, yeah. So that one's pretty huge, and so I'm gonna use it to try out this huichol, and if it works out, the idea would be to gift it back to her with a little bit of me in it. So yeah, so it should be really fantastic if it works out. If not, if it's not like super perfect that I think, oh my gosh, it's fantastic, then I won't do it. But yeah. So anyways, so right now, and I was mentioning that utilizing this tool is like the best thing ever. I don't know if you know it, but yeah. So this is perfect for quick designs like this. I mean, it still takes me forever to do it and stuff, but you can do really intricate designs. Let me show you some of my designs. Oh, I don't have my book here. But anyways, yeah, you can do definitely some fantastic designs on there. And then so yeah, so utilizing this, and I have two so that I can be working on multiple projects at the same time, because sometimes you know you feel like, oh, I want something super colorful, and then sometimes you want something with like darker colors and stuff. So I utilize that, and then now that I know how to do the different stitches, then I can do a lots of different freehand. And so right, like I said, right now I'm working on this hummingbird, and I'm almost done. I'm in the tail end, although I've already added the tail, but I'm just adding the top. So that's kind of what I wanted to do right now. I also wanted to run that those fantastic. I make these flowers here, handcrafted by yours truly, out of crepe paper, um, and other stuff to make them tall and stuff. So I have these available. They're in the buy it now as well as in the auction area in case anybody else is interested. But I already ran the one flower that Amy had um, pre-bid on, and yeah. So, but like, if anybody else is interested, I most definitely will welcome you all to take a look at my buy it now. And also, I have a lot of stuff in my actual store, my storefront, if you will. So, anyways, all right. Well, let's just finish this so we can say that we did something and finished it. Um, so earlier I was showing individuals in my earlier show how to do the brick stitch. I don't know if you all know how to do that. If you'd like for me to show you, I can definitely do that. Super easy. And once you know that, basically, that helps you master any, like, you see any bird, any figurine made out of seed beads, you can just look at it, count the rows and stuff, and then, dude, This is exactly how they did it. And then you can do your own, so you don't have to, like, you know, well, if you want to buy from me, that I'm making it now, but you can also not have to buy it. You can also just make it yourself. So you will only be limited by the beads that you have, the colors that you have. And fortunately enough for me, forever and a day I've been collecting seed beads, so I have many different colors, stuff like that. But of course, I'm always on the lookout for more, um, and definitely appreciate vintage seed beads. They just, some of them glow so much, and of course, I really love for stuff to have like a little secret glowingness to it. Um, this one, for example, the beads that I'm adding right now, like some of the body, I'll show you right now. Hold on, just check it. This is gonna be fantastic. Let me show you. Look at the little bird. Let me turn on this other UV light as well. Is it on? Yeah, it is. Look at how fantastically glowy it is. And so now I'm adding more glowy beads on the top. It's gonna be really cool. I think it's gonna be pretty amazing. Um, but of course, I love the glowiness, and my favorite color is for right now is lime green, and so I'm adding lime green glowy beads uh, to the hanging part of it, and so this is gonna be. You can use it for wherever. You can hang it outside to encourage other hummingbirds to hang out, or you can use it to hang inside to look fantastically, really beautiful and pretty. You can also use it, you know, buy many of them and use them as ornaments in your Christmas trees. You could have like a bird themed Christmas tree, and that would be fantastic. Yeah, because I envision myself being super enthused to make these hummingbirds. If you don't already know, hummingbird is my favorite bird. I am a birder. I love the birds. I went to the Camp Audubon in Hog Island in Maine. It's basically an island off the coast of Maine, owned by the Audubon Society. So they run uh, camps for adults where you can do all kinds of different things, including birding. During the time I went, I also did a sketch and journaling session, but the main thing really was to observe birds and sketch them out, and it was fantastic. Can you move to your right so we can see what? Yes, Carol, to the right, and so maybe like closer, like up here, or maybe I can just also have. Let me see if I can. You're gonna see all my secrets. Just ignore it. All it is basically I'm gonna divulge all my secrets. I was actually looking at my notes for the Fenton Frenzy, and so I don't actually read it because obviously, if you know me, you know that I'm visually impaired and I can't really read that. But it's still like for me to learn since I was a kid. I always, if I wrote it, I would remember it. If I don't write it, I'm not gonna remember it. And so, anyways, so I write it so that I remember. Like I remember that to make cranberry, you need gold. To make opalescent, you need bone ash and stuff like that. So yeah, and because I wrote it, then I remember. And so anyway, so then I was working on something, and then I saw the notes, and then it reminded me of it. That's what I have on my table today. Yeah, so I was trained as a chemical engineer, and then I had my accident, so that I can't do chemical engineering anymore. But with all my crafting and stuff, and I am, you know, trying to train to be able to blow glass and stuff. Um, and so my hope is that one day I can actually make the glass and not just, make stuff out of the glass, but actually, can you imagine being able to like come up with a different formula to make glass that is, I don't know, uses more recycled materials or is more sustainable? You name it. There's lots of stuff that can still be manufactured, created, or discovered. So, anyways, yeah. So that would be ideal, but it's taking me a while to just get used to the my environment and my new way of doing things. And yeah, so I feel like I'm doing a lot better. Maybe like a couple years ago I wouldn't have like even tried to do this. And yeah, so yeah, definitely I hope. So I go to a taller. It's a art studio in Chihuahua. I live in southern New Mexico, really close to the Mexican border. And so for me, it's easier to go there. And really, nobody in the U.S. really wants to take on the liability of a visually impaired person in their lab or in their very hot with a furnace and you can imagine. And anyways, but yeah, so they're a little more lenient over there. And yeah, so I'm excited that they've allowed me to do that. And through my connections there, then I also I asked a woman if she would teach me how to make the crepe flowers. And she was fantastic. Maybe she took pity on me. I don't know. I feel like we became friends, but who knows why she allowed me to do it. But I'm just thankful that she did. And yeah, so I was able to learn how to make the flowers. My mom, she had made them growing up young as a young lady. Uh, they used to take turns decorating the church, and so they would make flowers out of paper. Well, all kinds of decorations out of paper, and like engrudo, which is made out of like um, flour. It's like a glue, sort of like a glue made out of flour and stuff, like flour for like cooking, that kind of stuff. Flour. Anyway, so then I asked her if she would teach me how to make um, the flour, the paper flowers, and then she just couldn't remember how to make them. And anyway, so when I was at the taller, and the lady was there and she was making her flowers, and so I said, "Oh, would you be willing to show me or whatever?" And at first she said no, but then when I came back the next time, she said, "Oh," and she's like, "Oh, remember you said you wanted to learn?" And then I said, "Yes." It's like, "Oh, if you want to come over," and then she invited me over. I don't like meat, like I don't like the taste of it. I don't like to eat it. I don't have anything against it, but anyways, but yeah. So she fed me meat, and I ate the meat. um, because I know it was a stretch for her to even invite me to do that. So I didn't want to be rude and say no or whatever. But yeah, so I learned how to make that, and then slowly I've been learning all the different crafts. I know, right? Yeah. How do you say, no, sorry, I don't want to eat what you took so long to prepare for me. So I was like, this is the most delicious thing I've ever eaten. I mean, I wasn't like that, but I was very appreciative of her and then her time and stuff. And so I've loved. learning about the crafts and stuff like that. Oh, Carol, I'm just human. No, and I literally the first 2 years, even just mentioning the accident, like I would tear up, like, and I wore, those really dark glasses because I was so tired of, like, I couldn't control it, and it would just happen. And now I'm okay with it. Like, it took a while, but at first I was in denial, then I was like super mad, angry, sad, or whatever. And now I'm glad that I'm alive. And I'm loving all the crafty stuff that I get to do. Would love to be back in the research lab working on my research project, but um who knows, one day, you know because there are lots of people with disabilities who work in STEM. It's just it's because I'm still just learning to live. After that, then we'll see what happens. But for the meantime, I love figuring out how stuff works and how to make stuff. And yeah, so I'm excited to. Yeah, look at my hummingbird. It's so perfect. I'm sure there's other hummingbirds, like maybe the beak shouldn't have been this long or whatever, but I think it's glorious. I think it's perfect. So now I'm just trying to figure out how big to make um the hanging part. I guess that depends on like what I envision for the bird. I would love for someone to like love it. Ah, thank you, Barbara. Yeah, I would love for someone to love it enough to like put it in their car. Like the mirror. Although nowadays yeah, Chris, yeah, I was envisioning like a whole tree with just hummingbirds would be just fantastic. But would be fantastic if people put it on on in the mirrors of their cars. But then I also just remember that one time I don't remember what was hanging from my window. No, not my window, my mirror. And then also at the university where I was working, um, the parking stickers needed to be on a certain spot of the windshield. Anyway, so yeah, I got stopped for that. And then they told me, "Oh, you also can't hang." I forget what it was. I want to say it was like what is it called? Like when you go to Hawaii, you make the leis or like little necklaces out of the little. They look like nuts. I forget what it's called, but anyways, yeah. So I had that. I had all kinds of stuff hanging from there. Yeah, he's like, "Oh, you can't hang that there." I was like, oh, and then also said that I couldn't have my parking sticker like where it needed to be for the university. And so I argued with the person. I said, look, the university will not let me park if I don't have it there. The police officer was probably just having a bad day and needed someone to stop somebody. And then I was very argumentative. So probably not the best stop he needed to make that day. But he just gave me a warning, but I still remember the warning. Um, and then I went to the parking people, and I told them the situation, and they didn't care. They're like, "No, it has to be there." But the cop never stopped me again, so I didn't do anything about it. You would love to. Oh, I'm gonna make you one. I'm gonna send you one, Nadine. I'm gonna send you on a different color one. Or do you think this one would be gorgeous? What color car do you have? What is the color of your car, and then I can plan around it. It's blue. Okay. Let me see what I can do with the blue. I shall make you something that's gonna be beautiful in a blue car. Yeah, and and hopefully you love it, and that you remember that you are loved every time you see it, and that I am grateful for you popping up and just keeping me company when I pop up in on knickknacks here. But first, let me make it for you. And well, first I have to finish this one and then I make it. And yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited, and like I want to just finish it, but I also don't want to leave the little hanging part too short because then, well, I have my fishing wire over here somewhere. Well, I had oh here it is. So I could add this to it. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make them so they have a little bit of, a hanging part, but not too big because I'm getting worried that, like, I mean, it's not like they're not alive. But it could look like it's hanging itself from its thing. So I don't want that. So maybe I made it too big. I'm thinking I'm gonna close it off here. Might be a little too big. Let me see. Well, the next one I'll make it a little bit smaller, and then also include some of the. It's here, like the whole spool is actually underneath over there, and I just kind of pull it this way. Someday I'll show you the spool. The spool is like about this, like this, and this high. It's not really fishing wire. It's called monofilament, and I actually used to use it to make the ruffles on very roughly skirt. So I don't know if you know, but Lupe at one point made wedding dresses and can say, "Hey, did you buy a flower carol? Ah, fantastic! I love it. What color did you buy? Oh, the pink ones. Do I have one here? Oh, yes. These are fantastic. Ah, these are my favorites. And of course, um, my favorite color is lime green. So, so this is the one. I think this is the one you want. Yeah, it's the pink, right? Yeah, and that. Yeah, my favorite color is this lime green. And look at that. Ah, yeah, it's fantastic. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, so it looks like this, and it's super glowy. Let me show you. I'm going to show off my glowiness. So it's partly the actual paper that I use to make them. Let me see. And then also the concoction that we put on it. Look at it's so glowy. You have to wear shades. It's so glowy. Yeah, I'm obsessed with the glowiness. And it's probably because most recently in the engineering field, that was like the thing, like finding different ways to utilize bioluminescence in like therapies and putting them on pills so you can see them. Oh yeah, that was like the whole thing. Yeah. So anyways, maybe I'm thinking that's probably why I'm obsessed with it, but it could also just be that I just like glowy and sparkly things. But I appreciate you buying that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I like I was mentioning, I feel privileged um to have been allowed to learn how to make, and she gave me her patterns and stuff, and I am just, I am blessed. And like I said, the first time I asked her, she's like, no. Just like, no. She's like, no. It's like, okay, no, thank you. I appreciate you, whatever. And I don't know if El Maestro talked to her or whatever. So, so the person who I'm learning how to work with, glass, he is the grandson of the best friend of my grandfather, Julian. My grandfather was beloved by many people, and he was a bracero, um, back in the day, working here. And anyway, so he met a gentleman who became his best friend in the bracero program. And anyway, so yeah, so that's kind of how that connection was formed. And so I had told, it's like a whole story. It starts off with the university. So the young lady who worked at the office, at the chemical engineering office, here at New Mexico State, her name is Valeria. Her parents lived on the other side of the border, and she was learning chemistry. She wasn't a chemical engineering student. She was learning chemistry, and she worked at the office. So that's how I would see her all the time. And anyway, so we became friends. And then when this happened to me, she stayed in touch with me and stuff, and she didn't let me like push her away, because a lot of the times when you get a disability, you push stuff away. I mean, people away that knew you from before, because you don't want to be reminded or whatever, all that stuff, all the mental issues. And so then, yeah, so then one time we were talking, and then I told her, and then it's like, oh, there's a place where my grandmother gets the glass. Her grandmother and her mom have a shop and also a pharmacy in in across the border. That's why she was studying chemistry. She was studying chemistry to be a pharmacist. And anyway, all that to say that she said, "Hey, there's a place over there. They might let you do it." And so then she talked to them, and then it's a small world. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, it was. I'm excited to continue to learn there, but it's hot right now. It's hot during the winter, and so can you imagine how hot it gets right now? It gets super hot. Oh, yeah, for sure. I love it. Yeah, no, and that those colors, I feel like they're the perfect combination. Let me see. I don't know if I put it. Oh, I did. Yeah, I shall move it to stage. So it's gonna run for 20 seconds. It's my favorite color, as y'all know, and it combines perfectly with all. Sorry. So I was saying, usually my thing is, I think, is saying that the battery is going down or something. But anyways, what I was saying was that usually when someone buys one of the flowers, the postage for the first one pretty much covers the second one. Once you add a third one, then it adds, like, I want to say postage is like goes up by like $1 or something. But anyways, but yeah, so I do combine shipping and stuff like that. So I will refund any overages, and I think these two flowers are going to look fantastic. Also, I ran it, but didn't show it to you. Hello. It's like same thing like the other day. I was doing an unboxing, right? So this is the flower. It's really beautiful. I think it's really beautiful. Um, and it's super glowy. Let me show you. I don't know if I show you the glow on this one. And let me do this one. Uh, yeah, so it's super glowy, same as the other one. So I hope you really love it. Oh, Barbara, I'm just a curious person, and I know you got to wear the shades, right? Yeah. So I just try to figure out how to make it, and usually if I learn how to make it, then sometimes I move on to something else. But I think the flowers are super beautiful. I was losing a little oomph to make them, but thank goodness Vicky, purchased some of them, a lot of them, and I was like, oh, So yeah. Anyways, super appreciative, Miss Vicky, for having done that, and yeah. So um, I'll work. I was working on my own because as I told you, the person who showed me or taught me how to make the paper flowers, she gave me her pattern to make the dahlias and the gladiolas, and so I was working on my own pattern. And so I made lilies. I think I have. Maybe I have it right here, but it's still not perfect. I showed it, but I think I'm just gonna do one blossom because I was doing like the whole stem, and it's just too cumbersome, and it's not there yet. But I'll just give you a quick peek, okay? It's not gonna be like this, but this is my flower. I use lots of hot glue, and I use very uh, lots of mixed media on that one. Yeah, so it's still not perfect. So someday I may finish it, and it will be when I find that it's perfect and glorious. I shall show it to y'all, and it should be fantastic. But so the after I finish this, which I'm almost done, I'm just stitching more, just so that the hanging part doesn't like come apart because that would suck. And then I will work on. Oh, thank you, Barbara. I appreciate you saying that. I mean, I like it, but I don't love it yet. So I'll keep working on it. I want to say it's probably going to be just the one blossom. I love this. Like I love the one blossom and the stem. Um, you know, I have a lot of stuff, but I tend to think that I'm kind of a minimalist, but I have a lot of stuff. But in terms of decor, I think yeah, it's like I love the clean lines. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna go back to the drawing board on that one, and I mean, I like the blossom itself. I love it. It's all the other stuff that I added to it because I was like, well, I should add this, and no, well, I should add that, and it's because I have a lots of lilies, um, that I can basically. I was like looking at too many of my own photos of my lilies outside, and so I wanted to make them like add all the stuff in it, and you can't do that. I can't make them too realistic because it takes too much time, too much material. It just and sometimes too much is too much. Oh, thank you, Nadine. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for your support and your kind heart. Um, and as soon as I have something, to show you for the hummingbird, I will show you, and hopefully you love it, and I'll send it to you. But I'll show it to you before I send it because I don't want to send it and you be like, ugh, this is hideous. I'm not going to put it in my car. Now, also, if I ever gift you something and you gift it to somebody else, I think that's the biggest compliment you can give. And so I'm not going to be upset. I'm actually going to be feel super, super thankful and honored that you would share the love. So thank you so much. Good night. Good night. Oh, thank you. I will make more. Yes. And I'm excited to come up with different patterns and different colors. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Yeah, and then yeah, once I crack the code, I feel like my book is going to be like priceless one day because it's going to have all the designs in them. I think this is pretty much what it's going to look like. Of course, I have to trim my threads and stuff, but check it out. And I don't know if y'all were here earlier, but let me, why not? Let me show you the glow again. Lupe is obsessed with the glowiness of stuff, and look at the glow. So I won't do glow to every one of them because I know not everybody loves the glow, but it's always going to have at least one or two beads in it that is going to glow, so that if you purchase it, you'll know it came from me because it has the glow in it. So, all right. Well, I guess we can call this one done. It's super cute. I like the little fringe, and obviously the glow is my favorite part. Yeah, I like it a lot. So, all right. Well, we're gonna call it a night. Let me see if anybody has pivot on anything else. Otherwise, we're gonna call it a night. Since Miss Nadine is going to sleep. If Nadine is going to sleep, I think we all should go to sleep. Nope. All right. So, and I think we can call it a night. Appreciate all of you guys stopping by. And yeah, so have a good night, everybody. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. And once again, we finished this fantastic hummingbird. And it shall have many brothers and sisters. Uh, they're all going to be super unique because even if I tried, I don't think I can like make the same one again. Anyways, I mean the same one, yes, but there's always something like maybe the tail will look different, or definitely the next one I'm gonna make with the beak a little bit shorter, maybe. Although the hummingbirds have their beaks very long, because otherwise, how do they get the nectar, right? Anyways, all right. Well, good night, everybody. I shall think about it and we'll see how it goes. Good night. And let's see if there's anybody to raid. Oh my goodness, there is somebody. I'm just gonna pick the first person because I'm visually impaired, so it is what it is. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.